Sometimes people ask me, Josh, why should we trust you? What's your credibility making these videos? Why are you so good? I don't see you guys appearing in the background of Chris B videos, so that's good enough for me. It should be good enough for you. Gentlemen, and the one lady who's probably going to watch this video, welcome back. Today, we are going over how to tie a D-loop on your bow. Now, D-loops are very important. I refer to them kind of as the foundation of tuning your bow, because if you have a messed up D-loop or messed up knocking points, you're going to run into a whole slew of problems down the line on your rest, on cam timing, on anything like that. So a D-loop and the knocking points that come along with it is something that you want to be very particular about, very specific about, and do the correct way, because it's going to help you down the road when you're going into more intricate tuning methods. You don't want to backtrack. It's just better to do something right the first time than having to correct it down the line. So I'm going to go over how I tie my D-loop. Now, I should stress, along with anything else in this series, that there are 1,000 ways to skin a cat. This is just how I tie my D-loops and my knocking points. I am totally sure that there are many other videos out there that go over how to tie a D-loop, and there is probably some other methods, but this is how I tie mine. So if you guys like this method, feel free to use it. If you don't, I highly encourage you guys to check out some other videos. So let's get right into it. But before we do, I am going to ask you guys to subscribe to the channel. If you guys enjoy this series or you just want to check out more videos, also like this video so I know that you guys enjoyed it. Turn on notifications as well so you don't miss any uploads of mine. And did I mention subscribe? Because I'm trying to get that number up. All right, let's go.
Alrighty, so before we actually get to tying the D-loop, there are a couple things that we have to knock out beforehand. First of all, you obviously need to know where you're going to place your D-loop. And for this, I'm going to use this tool here, a bow square. Basically, all you're doing with this is finding a point where your string is at 90 degrees to your burger buttonhole, which, yes, it's a silly name, but that is what it's called. It's going to be the hole that your rest goes into. Once you find this point here, I am going to mark it with a Sharpie, and then I really do mean that you can use anything that you want. Here I'm using a sandpaper block and basically just making a 90-degree arrow with one of my old arrows, just showing where that 90-degree mark is on your string. You can do that if you want to, but a bow square is about $10-15, so I would definitely recommend picking one of those up if you are trying to work on your own bow. Alrighty, so on to the Dloop material that you are going to use. So this is the BCY 23. So starting off, you're going to go ahead and mash down one side and basically get a ton of fuzz on it because you're going to burn it down. Now, when you're burning it down, try not to keep it on fire. You can see that it's just going to bubble out here and form a little perfect bulb. That is how I like to burn down my D-loops. I find that it doesn't pull through as easy, so it's just a little bit of security on your knot. You're going to cut it to about 4.5 to 5 inches, depending on your nock and depending on how long you want your D-loop to be. You can go shorter if you're trying to save on draw length and really stretch it out, but you're going to go ahead and do the same thing, mash it down, burn it, and then on to the knocking points. So where you have found your mark of where you need your arrow to go, you're going to go ahead and start off with the knocking points. Now, I keep it really simple. I just do a few over-under knots. And then I will finish off with a square knot. I think I do about 4 or 5 here, and then square it off. I'm going to go ahead and burn that down and then repeat on the other side. Now, my big hack for the video is beeswax. You can see that this bar here is absolutely demolished because I use it so much. This beeswax is very, very helpful because it is going to help with the grip of your D-loop. It's not going to pull through as easy, and once you get that knot cinched in there, it is going to stay in there. I definitely would recommend it. Okay, on to actually tying the D-loop. I will go ahead and take my D-loop material and basically make a J out of it, and then you're going to put it about halfway through so you can form a loop underneath your string like so. You're going to go ahead and pull both ends through and then tighten down on the burnt down end so it is pulling through and you can really pull on the tag end of that knot and it's not going anywhere. Now, once you have that knot tied, you are going to go ahead and pull on the tag end so you have all of your slack. You're going to loop around onto the other side of the string. That is very important. You're going to then take the tag end and pull through that loop, and kind of like tying your shoes, you're going to go around the tree, go back down underneath your bowstring, and then pull through. If you did that correctly, the burnt end and the actual D-loop part of the knot are going to be facing the opposite direction of the original knot that you tied. Now, that is very important, again, because you do not want your D-loop to be rotating around your string. And if you don't have those knots pulling against each other in opposite directions, that's all it's going to do. It's going to keep rotating around your string. You're going to be playing a game of catch up with it, and your peep is going to constantly be out of alignment. So, very important to make sure that the knots are facing the opposite way. Now you'll notice that you have a little bit of slack left in here on the knot, so you're going to go ahead and take a pair of pliers, just go ahead and stretch that knot out, and yeah, that's going to be it. You have tied a D-loop successfully. If you guys learned something or found this video helpful, please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, stick around for more videos. We are only going to get better from here. So I appreciate you guys watching. In the meantime, you have a good one now. Bye-bye.